So my friend is in the military, and he just sent me a text today saying that he is going to be deployed to the border roughly for the next 4 months. And oh my God, I fucking hate the military so goddamn much. When he told me he was signing those papers when we were 18, I was understanding of his like directive and why he did it, but I also thought he was a fucking idiot. Um, Not only just because I'm not a really big military guy, but I, I didn't want him to die for no reason. You know what I mean? For some pointless war or conflict or whatever. I didn't want him out there. It's always a scary thought when, it's just scary. It's a scary thought having him out there, and he jumps out of planes right now. I think he's transferring to fly helicopters or something safer. But for the time being, he jumps out of planes, and he's told me numerous stories of how that goes wrong and the people it happens to, you know. And he tells me these as if I'm not gonna be like, okay, can you like resign, please? Can you get out of that position, please? And he's been there for a little over a year now, and maybe almost 2 years, maybe. I don't know. I don't keep track, but he's been there for a while. And when Trump got, when he won the election, in the back of my head, I was thinking, this guy's fucking dead. You know, like my friend is not, he's not coming home. You know, and he tells me he's gonna get deployed to the border, and I know that's gonna be a safe. He's not gonna die there, but it's still fucking angers me that he's gonna be gone out of like I can't contact him for like 4 months because of something out of my control, you know? And I'm pretty sure, and he tells me he signed a 6 year contract at first. And I'm like, okay. This was 2024, so I was like, okay, 2030. Okay, we can do that, that's sounds manageable. But then he tells me, no, I think I'm gonna do 10 years. I'm like, why the fuck did the number get bigger, bro? Like, what happened? And then he's telling me he's gonna continue doing whatever for as long as he can. And I'm like, I understand that it is a career and it is a job and it's a respectable job and it has a multitude of great benefits. I just, there's something in my head that I just can't shake about the, uh, the idea of just getting that phone call one day. And it's like, yeah, he jumped out of a plane and his parachute didn't deploy, or that he did get deployed to like overseas, and he's not coming back. That thought always scares me. Um, and I know it used to be it used to be far fetched. Used to be just like, oh, like I'm just thinking of the worst of the worst. That's what I do sometimes. I get anxious and I think of the worst, and then I get stuck on that for a minute. But I mean, just reading news and I mean, every single time I open my phone, it's something new. It's something dangerous, something that might involve him, and it scares me. And I don't know how to deal with that because I mean, I'm pretty sure he can't quit because I mean, he signed a fucking contract, and I mean, he doesn't want to, and I understand why he doesn't want to. Um, it's just scary, It's really scary because I mean, yeah, for the basic training, the boot camp stuff, that like I couldn't talk to him for 6 months, and that was awful. I'm sure I can talk to him when he's at the border. I'm sure he's gonna have his phone. At boot camp, they didn't have him have anything, right? But I'm sure I can still text him and be like, yeah, hey, fuck you, I hate you. By the way, like I kind of hate you for signing your life away. and I've had thoughts of joining the military as well, just so I could like not be alone in this, and for him to not. I mean, for him not to be alone in the sense of like he kind of went there alone. He didn't have any friends before he was going. He didn't sign up with anyone, right? Because he tried to recruit me. I was like, dude, no, that's I don't want to die for this country. Fuck no. But I mean, if it was me and him together, I think I'd be a little. I mean, at this point, I feel a little different. You know, I'm just I'm worried. I'm really worried, and I don't know how to deal with it because well, I mean, when we talk, it's everything's normal. You know, we talk. We don't. I don't really bring up. I mean, I tell him I don't like that he's in the military very often. It's kind of our kind of one of our bits we do, but I don't bring up how like serious I am when I say it. You know, because I kind of bring it off as like, oh, I can't talk to you. Oh, we can't play the game as much. You know what I mean? But I'm like so deeply afraid that I'm gonna get a phone call one day and it's not gonna be a good one. You know, it's probably like a really big fear of mine that I have right now. So when he tells me he's gonna get deployed to the border, and the like, I know there's nothing like, what the fuck is he gonna do? What the fuck are people gonna do to him? You know, he's gonna be safe. He's gonna come back. You know, like I know that. I always just think the worst, and I don't know. Maybe there is conflict at the border because I don't know. Trump's a fucking nutcase, bro. He's unpredictable. And that's another thing that scares me is that like he he is unpredictable. So I can't even imagine the worst because the worst can be even more worse than the worst that I think of is worse, you know? Like what if they like deploy him to go take over Greenland or whatever Denmark place for yeah, Greenland I'm pretty sure. Like what if and then we're in conflict with NATO and then he jumps out of his plane and then boom, headshot out of the fucking plane. That's the big thing I told him. I'm like, if you're gonna be in the military, why are you jumping out of planes? Because I feel like if your plane goes here, you jump out. I feel like a sniper could just, you know, pretty easily take you out. And it's just, it's so scary, man. It's so scary having someone you know in the military at this time, especially knowing him, man. I don't. I mean, even if he does, like, if he does, if he does, like, I don't think he'll ever see combat. I really hope he doesn't. But like, if he does, and he comes back like in a worse shape than when he went in, I just, I keep seeing a lot of clips of the show Barry. I think it's called Barry. It's the one with Bill Hader in it, where he's a war vet who comes home and trying to find purpose in life. Keep seeing clips of those, and just makes me like envision the worst like future for him. Like, what if he comes home and he's like still in this horrible mental state and he like only finds purpose in being a soldier, you know? I just I don't want my friend to get fucked up like that. And but I know this is probably like the only I mean, when he signed those papers, it was kind of a second chance for him, you know. He didn't have a whole lot going for him at that point, so he was kind of not really forced to sign the papers, but he kind of didn't have another choice at that point. And I mean, he's found purpose. He's found a lot of happiness. He has a really nice girlfriend that he's that's all come from being in the military and being in that crowd. I don't know why I can only focus on the negative outcomes of it. There's no moral in this one. I'm just scared. Thank you.